Hey everybody, Logan here, and today it's a special collection video. It's not just, hey, these are my Nintendo Switch games, hey, these are my Wii 3DS games, whatever. No. This is a special one. My Legend of Zelda collection. Now, there's going to be some games that you're like, shouldn't you have this in your collection? Shouldn't you have that? But I don't, and there's a reason. See that right there? That's my Switch case. That's my Legend of Zelda Switch case. Because, well, you get the picture. I have certain games digitally on here that I still don't have in my collection, or I did and I sold them way back in the day, and so on and so forth, but I just haven't purchased them physically. That's what we'll say. I do have some of them digital on the Wii, some of them on the Wii U, and Switch, and some on the 3DS. But we're only going physical. So there's some stuff that you're going to expect to see, some stuff that you're not going to expect to see. When I tell you I have 10 Legend of Zelda games for the Nintendo 64, that just hit you, right? Considering there's only two. I've got a ton. Now, I haven't even played all of them. And in case you're wondering, well, I'll get into some more of the details on it later. I have stuff for the Game Boy Advance, Super Nintendo, Switch, Wii, Wii U, and GameCube, of course. But I have versions you would expect me to have on here, and another one you'd expect me to have here, and it's an interesting little collection. So I'm going to shut up, and just like we do the unboxings, I'm going to have it pointed down. If I can get some... To be honest, I don't have much gameplay of this, and it's kind of pointless to show any of the gameplay, because I do plan on making videos of some of these games in the future once I get my Poly Mega. Again, I know I sound like a broken record when it comes to that thing, but it'll be here. It'll be here soon. Someday. Soon. Hopefully. Yeah. Hit that intro. And there you go. There's all my Zelda games right there. It's a green mana symbol. No, let's start with... We're going to go with this. Because I think I'm going to start with my hardware. Because I do have Legend of Zelda hardware, which has games on it. So technically, these are all my Legend of Zelda games, but hardware. Why? Because this is the Game & Watch Legend of Zelda edition, which does have Legend of Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link, Legend of Zelda, Link's Awakening, Vermin, Link version, Playtime Clock, Playtime Timer. But these are the three. And now, with you seeing those three, I'm going to tell you, I don't have those on the NES, and I don't have that on the Game Boy. Why? Because I have them in so many other variations. I've always got to the point where I'm like, all right, I do have them. I can play them this way. I can play them this way. I can play them this way. And I never had them as a kid. So those weren't games I play. I didn't play those until the Super Nintendo when I got Link's Awakening. And Link's Awakening, it wasn't even mine. It was a family member. I just don't remember whom. On my dad's side. Whatever. But I do have this. And this is the Game & Watch series. I have the Mario ones that came out a couple years prior to it. And then there you go. Next, I have my Legend of Zelda new 2DS XL with A Link Between Worlds digitally on it. I do have that game. Now that's another one I don't think I have physically. I don't think I ever purchased that one physically. But as you can see, it's a new 2DS. This used to be my standard 2DS that I took everywhere. But once I saw the price skyrocketing on this thing, I decided to put it in the box and not get it all damaged and whatnot. So yes, I do have A Link Between Worlds here. Next is, you might have seen this in my other 3DS video, but this is my 2DS special edition, and it's the green, brown, and yellow, and it comes with Ocarina of Time 3D pre-installed. So this one I never really used, because I have a regular 2DS, and then my main one is my new 2DS XL or my new 3DS XL. Blech. So this technically is a game. So all the hardware have games pre-installed. So that's why I included them here. So now we're going to start with some of the other games. This is my only Super Nintendo one. And you're like, yeah, there was only one. There was A Link to the Past. But why is my cartridge red? Because it's a ROM cart. So it does have A Link to the Past. When I started rebuying all my Super Nintendo games and recollecting, it wasn't one that I picked up right away because I had it on the Wii. I think I had it on the Wii at the time when I started recollecting. But this one has Legend of Zelda BS and 2 unreleased ones. I think these 2 are ROM hacks. This was the one that was Legend of Zelda from the BS, their system. I think it's Satellaview. I can't remember which one it was over in Japan. But now, one thing about this multi-cart, tends to not work on any of the Hyperkin Retrons. None of my Retrons or none of those retro consoles will play it. For some reason, this only works on original hardware. So I'm kind of wondering how it's going to work when it comes out. Actually, when I get my Polymega to see if it works. But I still have my original Super Nintendo. Next is, yes, let's jump to Nintendo 64. Nintendo 64 is the fun lot. So these are my 2 faves. I have Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask Japanese, complete in box. Their artwork is so cool on their boxes, but I like the uniformity of the North American ones. So these I got a number of years ago. They've recently skyrocketed in price. Shocker! When I got them, they were sitting at around $40-50 a piece. Now I think they're sitting around 100 or so. But games tend to fluctuate. One of the cool things I like about this one, this has the original Japanese price tag from when it was purchased. And I think, I'm not sure what the 2 different prices are, but 6,800 yen or 1980 yen. I don't know what the difference is. Yeah, I can't really tell. I don't speak Japanese or read Japanese, but these were really cool to have in the collection. So let's move to the side. Now we're going to start with the regular N64 games, which I have. Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. Now I had this one, the same one, this gold cart, when I was a kid. My mom did get it for me for Christmas or birthday, but I had the gold cart. I traded all my all my Nintendo 64 games in like a fool back when I was a kid. But hey, now when I was a kid, I had this one. But not too long ago, I got this. Yes, the label's a little worn, but I got this one at a really good deal. And so this one as well. I think I bought all 3 of them at the same time. No, I bought these 2 at the same time, and then this one. These were around $20-something, $30 a piece. This one I think was maybe $30, $35. This one was $20, $25, something like that. Now they've doubled and tripled in price at this point, which is a little nuts, but it's cool to finally have the gold cartridge of this one. Because like I said, when I was a kid, I always had the gray cart. My mom got it for me for my birthday. It came out like a month or so ahead of time. No, for Christmas, and it came out in November, and I had to wait. She let me hold it till I got home, and she's like, that's it, and that was it. And there we go. That's my story of Ocarina of Time, but I beat the living snot out of that game. Now, these are all more N64 games, but these are ROM hacks. So I've got Zelda 64, Dawn and Dusk. Now the thing is, with these ROM hacks, you can tell the cartridges are slightly different. So the stickers stick well. That's another thing if you want to find out if you have an authentic cartridge. These stickers don't stick well to the fake plastic, but look at the difference. You can actually see the difference in the plastic, and almost all the plastic have a different feel to them. So this is an original one. This isn't. But best way is to take it apart, open it up, use little screws. I do have a screwdriver to take those apart, and you can actually just look at the chip on the inside and tell. But Zelda 64, Dawn and Dusk. Legend of Zelda, The Missing Link. Now, some of these I know were covered by other YouTubers as ROM hacks and stuff like that. But yeah, this is Missing Link. This one is a very short one. I think, I can't remember who I was watching that covered this. but this is a popular one. Then there is Majora's Mask Quest, which is also the same as Master Quest. For some reason, you'll find certain ones listed as Master Quest, other ones Master Quest, which is just a harder version of Majora's Mask, from my understanding. A lot of these I haven't played. I got them not too long before I moved here, or right after I moved here, and I just don't have the HD cables for my Nintendo 64, and it just looks terrible on a 55-inch HD. It just looks terrible. So, again, once that Poly Mega arrives, there's a Nintendo 64 attachment. Next is Legend of Zelda Nimpies? I don't know. This one I've never even played, but apparently it's a thing. Nimpies Adventure Nimpies. So, depending on when you're getting it or where you're getting it, the labels will be different for some reason. Not too sure, but they all look really cool. So eventually I'll do a playthrough of each of these, whether it's on film or not, I don't know. But as you can see, there you go. See, you stick the labels because they don't stick to this plastic. This is the last one. Voyager of Time. This one I haven't seen almost anywhere. I saw it once at my local game store. That's where I got all these. I don't buy them online or anything, but I've got all these because they were at my local game store. They do have a deal with someone who makes or has reproduction carts for games that technically never existed. So you can play all these on PC, yes, but there's nothing like actually being able to play it on Nintendo 64 hardware. That's kind of the big thing. I used to not be into this, and I was like, no, I only want the real stuff. But come on, there's no better way to play these mods than on actual Nintendo hardware. It's really cool. So that's why I have all these, and as you can see, see, they come up. 5 of them. Next, we're going to go on to, again, 4 Swords. It's Link to the Past with 4 Swords Adventures for the Game Boy Advance. Another reason why I don't have it on the Super Nintendo, because Game Boy Advance, I can play this on my GameCube, and now my GameCube, I do have the Armor 3 HD enhancement thing that sticks in the back, and so this looks and plays very well. And plus, you can also play it on Switch. It is part of the Super Nintendo Switch Online collection. Next, let's reach my 3DS games. I have Legend of Zelda Triforce Heroes, Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask 3D, and Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D. So the only physical one I'm missing is that Link Between Worlds. And again, I have it digitally, and that's one of those where it's like, I know I want it physically, but it's hard for me to justify buying a game that I already own a second time unless it's stupidly dirt cheap or an extra uber duber special edition or something like that. So those are my 3DS Legend of Zelda games. Next, we'll move that over here. Move you over yonder. I have a stack of them. I have them mixed up. Here, let's do this. Let's do the only one on the Wii that... Yeah, the only one I have on the Wii, because the other one was Twilight Princess, but we'll get to that in a second. So this is Skyward Sword, and I do have it with the soundtrack. So this is not my original copy. I did get it originally for the Wii with the soundtrack, so I actually have 2 soundtracks. This one I happened to find not too long ago, and I think I only paid like $20 for it. And when I saw it came with the soundtrack, I was like, wow, it's worth about 2 to 3 times that. Now it's kind of gone up if you have the soundtrack, and it depends on the condition, so on and so forth. If you have the one with the golden Wii remote, different story. But hey, that's a really cool collector's thing. Next, let's look at the Wii U games. Of course, because it's only proper. Breath of the Wild. I had to get it. At first, I didn't remember that I owned it. And then I went, oh, wait, yeah, I got it because these games were on clearance when I was still working at GameStop. for a small stint for a few months back in 2018 just because I was bored. Got this one, Legend of Zelda, Wind Waker HD, and Twilight Princess HD. But the thing is with the Twilight Princess HD, I have the one that has the Amiibo. Yes, Amiibo. I get it. I like calling it Amiibo. I know I'm wrong, but still Amiibo. So I do have this one. Yes, I do use this. I actually use this for Breath of the Wild because it allows you to get Wolf Link as a companion in the game. He only gets 3 hearts, so you got to be careful, but he can come in clutch. That's probably what I should do on a part that I'm stuck on. That makes a lot of sense. So, that being said, move you out of the way. Those are the Legend of Zelda games I have on the Wii U. Next, we're going back down, and I'll do the Switch last. I just knocked something off. Don't do that. This is all I have. The 2 promotional discs. This, I remember when they came out. One was for pre-order, one was with purchase back in the day. I remember us giving these out when I was working at GameStop. I did have these, and they're complete. This is Ocarina of Time Master Quest and Ocarina of Time Collector's Edition. Now, the Collector's Edition has, again, Legend of Zelda, Zelda 2, Ocarina of Time, and Majora's Mask, but no Master Quest. So this one, if I'm not mistaken, I think this one was for Wind Waker when you pre-ordered. I think this one was when you purchased it. I can't quite remember. It's been such a long time, but I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Or vice versa. No, this one was when you purchased. This one was when you pre-ordered, I think. I don't remember. It's been such a long time, but I was working at GameStop my first stint there. And finally, we're going to go with the Switch. But there you go. Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening Dreamer Edition. This is the only one I was able to get a collector's edition of because now they're all sold through Nintendo's store online and they're stupid hard to get. Sometimes you might get them at a GameStop or something if you get lucky. But I was happy to get this one. This is one of the games that I got halfway through. I got stuck in one spot and then something else came up and it took my attention and I never finished it. But I know I need to go back and finish it. Just like I'm doing right now with Breath of the Wild. The same thing happened. But I will have Breath of the Wild beaten before Tears of the Kingdom comes out. Next is Skyward Sword HD. Regular copy of Link's Awakening. I bet you're saying, why do you have 2 copies? What was the purpose of that? One, the box is different, but no, this is actually my wife's copy. But she ended up not liking the game. She tried to play it, and she realized she just wasn't a fan of the gameplay. So she really liked watching me play Legend of Zelda, but she wasn't enjoying playing the game. So I do know there are a lot of girls out there, women that are pretty much the same. They'll enjoy watching their boyfriends or their husbands or whatnot play a game over playing it themselves. My wife is like that with certain games. She enjoys me playing it, watching me play it, enjoying the story as I play. This is one of the games that she was enjoying that. And then, of course, Breath of the Wild. That can speak for itself. And then the last 2. I am including these because there are Legend of Zelda games. Hyrule Warriors, Age of Calamity. Now, I'm surprised. I honestly thought I had this for the 3DS, and I do not. And I don't remember ever getting rid of it, but I remember getting it. So that's one thing I now have to think about and realize that I don't have it. And I looked on my shelf when I was grabbing all these, and it's not there. But I remember having it. I lost a couple of things in the move. Maybe they just got misplaced because I moved a few years ago when I moved into my apartment and then I moved here. I lost a few games when I moved into the apartment. I think that was one of them. But there you go. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this video. Hopefully, you enjoyed me showing you my Legend of Zelda collection. I figured I'd do this before the new game comes out, Tears of the Kingdom, and the Switch OLED. I am getting the Switch OLED. I was lucky enough to pre-order it. So with that being said, I will do an unboxing, even though Woodhawker already did it, and he took all the views from everybody. But no, I'm sure you guys will watch me. Thank you for sticking around for this longer video. And I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions about any of these games, let me know. I'll answer whatever I can in the comments below. But thank you guys so much for watching. Again, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this video. Like we always say, be legendary. Thanks again.